The sexiness of a city is perceived differently by different people. For some, it's all about romantic atmosphere and elaborate architecture. For others, it's mostly to do with the attractiveness of its people. Yet others associate a city's sexiness with the number of clubs and how much night entertainment it offers. Others still look for passionate national traditions and a hot temperament. Here we have joined all of these things together and present you with 8 of the sexiest cities from around the world. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Thanks to samba dancing and the world's largest carnival, Rio de Janeiro has been synonymous with sexiness for a long time now. It's as if its tropical climate and the world's most beautiful beaches compel the locals to wear less clothing, smile constantly and exude joie de vivre. Moreover, the Brazilians are highly prized by many international modeling agencies. Naturally, this adds to the stereotyped image of Rio, and the entire country, as being among the sexiest in the world. Havana, Cuba. Even though the lives of ordinary people in Havana are quite different from what most tourists see, salsa, Cuban cigars, rum cocktails, retro cars, seedy, yet monumental buildings, and the warm Caribbean breeze make quite an impression. It's one of those mysterious places most people yearn for. Even though the country's communist regime, which has been around for decades, has impoverished the locals, it has also preserved their naturalness and simplicity that is so highly appreciated by visitors. In Havana, the sound of trumpets, smiles, and hips moving to the tune of salsa lure even the biggest grouches to the dance floor. Buenos Aires, Argentina. It's hardly a surprise that most of the world's sexiest cities are located in South America. Many surveys show that the continent is home to some of the happiest and most smiley folks on the planet. While the people of Buenos Aires are more restrained than the Cubans or the Brazilians, they are just as sexy. The keyword of Argentina's capital city is passion. Be it tango dancing or a football match, the locals dive in like there's no tomorrow. Who wouldn't want a partner like that on the dance floor? Amsterdam, the Netherlands. Even though Europe's northerly lifestyle, hastiness and emphasis on money and day-to-day problems somewhat masks the sexiness of its inhabitants, sexy European cities abound. Case in point, Amsterdam is clearly one of the freest and most relaxed cities in the world. Here you'll find museums dedicated to sex, erotica and condoms, the red light district, and lots of nightclubs and coffee shops that sell marijuana. There are many stories about the adventures of loners in Amsterdam, so why not check out the free spirit of the city yourself? P.S. Dutch men are considered to be among the most attractive in the world. Bangkok, Thailand. Bangkok is Asia's Amsterdam, except here, everything is even more colorful and intense. Given that Bangkok is one of the most visited cities in the world, it stands to reason that here you can find both foreigners looking for a good time and locals who offer it. Thailand's capital is known as a tolerant city where transvestites and gay people of both genders feel right at home. It's unlikely that Bangkok will appeal to those looking for romance, but it sure does have quite a number of international thrill seekers. Tel Aviv, Israel. Many people imagine Israel to be a country located smack dab in the middle of a Middle Eastern conflict zone, complete with a powerful army, conservative worldview and high religiosity. The country's economic center Tel Aviv, however, is often listed as one of the world's sexiest cities. Thanks to its wide assortment of entertainment and a nightlife that keeps on thumping year-round, Tel Aviv is sometimes called the Miami of the Middle East. Its pleasant climate, excellent beaches and a high number of entertainment venues make the city a real tourist attraction. Moreover, Israeli women are considered to be among the most beautiful in the world. Stockholm, Sweden. Even though Swedes are stereotyped as cold and private, they always make the various top 10 lists of the world's most beautiful people. Besides, they're not nearly the fashion-crazed snobs some hold them to be. Most Swedes like to eat, travel a lot, speak English and are ready to pour their hearts out to those they trust. Stockholm, which is sometimes called the Venice of the North, has many art galleries, museums, excellent restaurants and entertainment venues. What could be sexier than spending your free time with interesting and beautiful people? New York, USA. A city with a population that consists of people from all around the world simply cannot be unsexy. In New York, you're likely to find not just everything you wished for, but also things you never knew even existed. New York's cultural, economic and nightlife is livelier than anywhere else in the world, while its locals, many of whom have come from faraway corners of the world, are uniquely charming and intriguing. If you like our videos, don't forget to subscribe.